This is a very thrilling story about a black waiter who received a tip from Elon Musk and got fired. That was against the company's protocol, and it wasn't the only rule he broke. Let's find out what actually happened. Urban Bliss Café was already alive with the aroma of freshly brewed coffee and the clatter of cups. Caleb Johnson, a young and ambitious waiter, began his shift like any other day. He was a friendly face in the cafe, always ready with a smile. As Caleb wiped down tables and refilled sugar jars, he glanced up and noticed a sleek black Tesla pull up to the curb. Out stepped none other than Elon Musk. The cafe fell into a hush as whispers rippled through the customers. Caleb froze for a moment. "That's him," someone muttered nearby. Caleb's heartbeat quickened out of sheer excitement. Elon Musk was his idol, the embodiment of innovation and success. The cafe was packed, and the wait time for service was longer than usual. But Caleb decided to take a risk. He grabbed his notepad, ignored the order queue, and walked straight to Musk's table. "Good morning, sir. Welcome to Urban Bliss Café. What can I get you today?" Caleb asked. Elon looked up briefly. "Just a black coffee," he said. Caleb didn't just serve coffee, he brought energy and attentiveness. Within 2 minutes, he returned with a steaming mug of black coffee and a warm croissant on the side. Elon took a sip, nodded slightly, and went back to jotting notes in his leather-bound notebook. Caleb couldn't help but feel proud. Breaking protocol had been a gamble, but he believed treating Elon Musk like royalty might just lead to something extraordinary. Meanwhile, other customers began noticing Caleb's special attention. Some frowned, murmuring complaints about unfair treatment. "We've been waiting for 10 minutes, and he gets served first," one woman whispered sharply. Caleb overheard but chose to focus on the moment. When Musk stood to leave, he reached into his pocket and pulled out a $100 bill. Handing it to Caleb, he said, "Thanks for the excellent service." Caleb hesitated. The cafe's policy was clear, no tipping. But this was Elon Musk. It felt like a once-in-a-lifetime moment. Caleb discreetly slid the bill into his apron pocket and thanked Musk with a polite nod. Unbeknownst to Caleb, a surveillance camera mounted on the cafe wall captured the entire exchange. The next morning, Caleb walked into the cafe, unaware that his life was about to take a sharp turn. He hummed softly as he arranged the chairs and prepared for another busy day. His coworkers greeted him warmly, but something felt off. "Caleb, Mrs. Gregory wants to see you," said Lucy, one of the other waitresses. Her tone was unusually serious. Caleb frowned but headed to the manager's office. Mrs. Gregory, a woman known for her strict adherence to rules, was sitting behind her desk with a stern expression. "Sit down, Caleb," she said, pointing to the chair across from her.
"What's going on?" Caleb asked, trying to keep his voice steady. Mrs. Gregory turned her laptop screen toward him. The video footage showed Caleb accepting Musk's tip and skipping the queue to serve him. "Care to explain this?" she asked. Caleb hesitated for a while, chills running through his body. He then broke the silence and responded, I thought it was a harmless gesture. He is Elon Musk, ma'am. I just wanted to make a good impression." Mrs. Gregory shook her head. "This is not about who he is. This is about professionalism and policy. You broke 2 major rules, skipping the queue and accepting a tip." "I'm sorry, Caleb, but we can't overlook this." The words hit Caleb hard. "You're firing me?" he asked, his voice barely above a whisper. Mrs. Gregory handed him a termination letter. "I'm afraid so." Caleb left the office in a daze. His coworkers tried to console him, but the sting of humiliation and loss was overwhelming. As he stepped outside, the cold morning air felt sharper than ever. He sat on a bench nearby, staring at the letter in his hands. That evening, alone in his tiny apartment, Caleb replayed the events in his mind. He had risked everything for a moment of kindness, and it had cost him his job. The sun had barely risen when Caleb's phone began to buzz incessantly. Groggy, he picked it up, seeing multiple missed calls and messages from friends and unknown numbers. One voicemail stood out. "Hi, this is Brian from Tesla's office. Elon Musk would like to meet you. Please call us back." Caleb's hands shook as he redialed the number. Within hours, he was sitting in the sleek Tesla headquarters, surrounded by glass walls and futuristic designs. He felt out of place wearing his worn-out jeans and a plain hoodie. When Elon Musk walked into the room, Caleb stood immediately. The tech mogul extended his hand. "Caleb, good to see you again." "Mr. Musk, I didn't expect this," Caleb stammered. Elon gestured for him to sit. "I heard about what happened at the cafe. Let me just say that was completely unfair." Caleb looked down, unsure how to respond. "I admire people who go above and beyond," Elon continued. "You didn't have to serve me the way you did, but you chose to. I believe in rewarding effort and kindness. So here's what I'm going to do." Elon handed Caleb a folder. Inside was a job offer as an entry-level logistics coordinator at Tesla. "You'll start here. We'll provide training, and you'll have a clear path to grow." Caleb blinked in disbelief. "Are you serious?" "Very," Elon said. "Oh, and one more thing." Elon slid a key fob across the table. "This is for your new Tesla Roadster. Consider it a thank you gift." Caleb was speechless. Before he could process it, Elon handed him an envelope. Inside was a check for $50,000. "For a fresh start," Elon said simply. Tears welled up in Caleb's eyes. "Thank you, sir. I'll make the most of this, I promise." Caleb felt a renewed sense of hope. One act of kindness had led to a life-changing reward, proving that sometimes risks were worth taking. And this brings us to the end of the story. Thank you for watching till the end. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you did, don't hesitate to like the video and share it with your friends too. Subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell for more fascinating stories. Have a nice day.